morning students. In the last lecture we are talking about the battery arm. So between other two vertices for the construction of Wheatstone bridge, between other two vertices B and D, a galvanometer is connected and this arm is called galvanometer arm. So the Wheatstone bridge has two arms. One is battery arm that is connected between A and C. Another galvanometer arm that is connected between B and D. Okay. Now the principle of Wheatstone bridge. Always remember this, P upon Q is equal to R upon S is the principle of Wheatstone bridge. This is also known as balancing condition. Okay. So for this, when a current I is flowing through the circuit, okay, the value of resistance in standard arm, the value of resistance in standard arm, this arm is standard arm and this arm is unknown resistance. Okay, S is unknown resistance and R is variable resistance. Arrow is representing this. Okay, so the value of resistance in standard arm, that is DC, is so adjusted that galvanometer shows no deflection, means no current is flowing through galvanometer. That is Ig is equal to 0 at this stage, because we know that when no current is flowing, it means potential is equal. So at this stage the potential at B point and D point, the potential at B and D is equal. Okay, in this condition where Ig is equal to 0, Wheatstone bridge is said to be balanced bridge. When no current is flowing through galvanometer, the bridge is balanced and the condition is called balancing condition. The balancing condition is P upon Q is equal to R upon S. This is the ratio of resistance in adjacent arms. Okay, P and Q are the adjacent arms. Okay, similarly R and S are in the adjacent arms. So P upon Q is equal to R upon S. Okay, the proof of this is here. Applying KCL. KCL means Kirchhoff current law. The Kirchhoff first law means junction rule. At junction B and D, at point B, I2 is entering and I4, Ig is leaving, but Ig is 0. So I1 is equal to I3 at point D and I2 is equal to I4. I2 is equal to I4 at point B. Okay, once again applying KCL at junction B and D, then at point D I1 is equal to I3 because I1 is entering and I3 is leaving. Similarly at point B I2 is entering and I4 is leaving. Okay, now applying KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law, means Kirchhoff loop rule, second rule, okay, to the loop ADBA and CDBC. ADBA, this is represented as, and CDBC, this is represented as. Okay. So for first loop ADBA minus I1P, how? We have the sign convention in this. When the current is flowing in the same direction where we are traveling, then ADBA is the loop, so current is in the same direction, then we get minus I1P plus 0 because Ig is equal to 0 plus I2Q because this is in opposite direction. Okay, so I2Q is equal to 0. Then I1P is equal to I2Q, or I2 upon I1 is equal to P upon Q. Equation number 1. For second loop CDBC, similarly CDBC. For CD, this is in opposite direction. I3 is in opposite direction, so we take positive sign plus 0 minus I4S. Since I3 is equal to I1 according to junction rule and I4 is equal to I2, so I1R minus I2S. From this we get, in place of I3 we have I1 and in place of I4 we have I2. So I1R minus I2S is equal to 0. Okay, so I1R is equal to I2S and I2 upon I1 is equal to R upon S. This is equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, LHS is same, so RHS is also same. That is P upon Q is equal to R upon S. This is the balancing condition and principle of Wheatstone bridge. Okay. Meter bridge. Meter bridge is an important topic for board examination. Okay. It is a practical application of Wheatstone bridge. Always remember this. Practical application of Wheatstone bridge. Okay. It works on the principle of Wheatstone bridge. What is the principle of Wheatstone bridge? That is P upon Q is equal to R upon S. Okay. The construction of meter bridge is shown in diagram. It consists a wire of uniform cross-sectional area and length 1 meter. Length 1 meter. Okay. Stressed and clamped. Stressed and clamped between two L-shaped copper strips. Between two L-shaped. One is this and another is this. The third copper strip, this, provides two gaps. One is this, another is this, across which resistances can be connected. Across one resistance box RB, resistance box is connected, and across another gap an unknown resistance S is connected. Our aim is to calculate this unknown resistance. Okay, this is in practical in laboratory also. Okay, the ends where wire is clamped, are connected to a cell, are connected to a cell through a key. Okay. One end of galvanometer is this. One end of galvanometer is connected to midway. This is the midway of third copper strip. Third copper strip. Copper strip CS. 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 Okay. And other end is connected to a jockey. Other end is connected to a jockey. Okay. Jockey is sliding contact or movable contact. Okay. Now this is the construction. Okay. What is the working of meter base? The working of meter base is when key is closed, a current is flowing through the circuit. When key is closed, current is flowing through the circuit. By adjusting the value of resistance R in resistance box, we find the position of null deflection, means no current is flowing through galvanometer, with the help of jockey. We move the jockey from A to C on the wire and find the position where the galvanometer shows no deflection. Okay. Let the distance of jockey from A is L, where we get the null deflection, that is AD is equal to L. Okay. This is measured with the help of meter scale. One meter scale is attached. Okay. Thus, the four resistance of balanced bridge are: one is R, another is S, and L RCM. L is the length and RCM is the resistance per unit length. Length is in centimeters, so we take cm. Okay, so LCM behaves like resistance and 100 minus LRCM. So these are like PQRS. Applying principle of Wheatstone bridge, that is P upon Q is equal to R upon S, but in place of P and Q we have LRCM upon 100 minus LRCM. RCM cancel out, then we get S is equal to 100 minus L upon L into R. Okay, with the help of this formula you can find the value of unknown resistance. Okay,